Hey guys, the video you're about to watch is the last video on the Panorama. We recorded it over the last sort of few weeks, finished the last recording when we were in Hahe, week and a bit ago. So yeah, enjoy. It's going to be quite a long one, I think. We haven't actually put it together yet, but I think it's going to be quite a long video, but we're just going to do it in one. Alright, enjoy. Alright, it's Sunday morning, about 9 o'clock, so my cameraman, of course, being a young teenager, is still in bed. Just finishing off painting this bed base and the little unit that they've got there. Taking this bed base off was real interesting because I undid these screws here, and of course I forgot to undo the gas struts. So as soon as I did, it buggered off that way down towards the wall. But one thing about this is this bed base, somebody has really spent some money on this because it's really well made. It's steel frame, all welded together and then powder coated. And it's got these, whatever you call these things, slats I suppose, in there. It's got a proper inner sprung mattress. All our other Caravans are just foam. Down here, just painted there as well, just because it's unprotected old custom wood. And down underneath there, that side as well. And I took the double bed bit out and did that too. Just so if they ever get wet, and this one has obviously years ago, there's a tiny bit of swelling in it, but it's still okay. But if they ever get wet again, then they're protected. Okay, we're back under the Caravan again. The first time in probably over a year actually. Back on, now we've put all the new panels on it and everything, I've got to redo the water pipe. And the problem is I want, for this drain, I want to have some fall that comes out of the tank. But if you come around here, the pipe has to come up through there. So as soon as you go like that, all of the fall that you had is gone really, and the tank will never empty properly. So first thing I'm going to do is put this pipe in, which I'll probably end up cutting shorter, and then I'll find a way that we can come down like this and into the, you know, so the water comes down on a sort of on an S bend and fills up, which I'll probably do with a bit of bending up, a bit of flat bar. So I'll have a play with it and we'll come back soon. Okay, one other thing I want to do, and it's a little bit anal, but these are the original water caps that they have, which doesn't quite go on there. And I don't have a lathe, so I'm gonna I've just put a brand new wheel on the grinder so it's nice and square. I'm just gonna try and run that down a little bit and see if I can get that to go on nicely before I cut the pipe down to lengthen it. Alright, cameraman has gone for lunch, but I'm gonna call that a success actually. It came out alright, it wasn't too hard to do. Try and do this with one hand. And in she goes. If I had two hands, I'd push it on properly. Happy with that. Alright, next job is very nerve-wracking. I've got to get the hole saw out and cut it for this pipe. Now, this one is sort of a little bit too small. But that one has got a bit of play around it, which I really don't like. And I've got this to go on it as well. But it's really marginal whether that might be just a little bit too big, so I can always make the hole bigger, but I can't make it smaller. So I'm going to drill it out with a smaller hole saw and then just gently go around it with the die grinder. The pitfall is it won't be a perfectly round hole, but it's sort of the best of both worlds really. So I have, and again I've only got one shot at it, so I've taped that up, I've drilled a hole from the inside. I don't even want to think about the consequences of getting this wrong. That would be really heartbreaking. Okay, job done. I went up real slow. So basically grind it, file it, try it, and repeat the process numerous times till it was only just big enough. So now we'll conquer how we're going to join it all up. Okay, finally finished it. Just played around, managed to find a piece of the right size tube in there. So it goes all the way up through there. Got a saddle clip on there so it's nice and strong. So we've got 4 coming down into the tank. Liberal use of zip ties to keep it in the right angle. I've moved the drain in. It used to be up on top of the rail here, which is a bit of a pain. You're gonna have to reach right under the Caravan to get it, but it's a better place for it. And we've got 4 coming out of the tank to this. So yeah, should work well. All finished, and there's the outside part of it. So nice and factory, cap fits on. Job done. All right, got heaps done today. Basically, pretty much everything under the Caravan's been done now. Joined the wiring for the front lights, fixed the water pipe and did some touch-ups underneath. I've just got to do a little touch-up on the floor in the morning, which I'll do before work opens. Painted the drawbar. So that's all done now. We're really just, I'm trying to find some original marker lights because they're smaller than the ones that go on the older Caravans, and they're easy to get, but these are, I can't find them anywhere, and I really don't want to put late model LEDs on it, but we'll wait and see what we can find. The old ones are rooted, so I can't put those back on. But apart from that, got to tidy some stuff inside the cupboards. So, graphics and mouldings, and then it's the whole Caravan's finished, and a warrant fitness, and then the Caravan's finished, basically. Did I tell everybody about how the Sparky's been in? I can't remember.
I think so.
Yeah, so we've got new outside plug. If I've already told you this, I've forgotten. Light and everything. There goes the compressor again. So, yeah, not a lot at all, and she's going to be a finished product. So, a couple of things in the morning, a couple of things during the week, and then just a sign rider, mouldings, seal up the mouldings, and that's it. Oh, and once the mouldings are on, like here, they have an infill that goes in them. Which I'll have to go down Hamilton and get some of those, and I'm going to get some original roof vents for it as well, because I don't like the ones that are on it. Sweet. All right, we're going to go and watch the NRL Grand Final.
Up the bras.
That'll tell you when this was filmed.
Up the bras.
Up the bras. Hey guys, it's 6:30 on Sunday morning, so my cameraman is hours away from getting out of bed. I've just learnt that this Caravan that I'm taking away on Labour weekend, that Labour weekend is not on the 28th of October, it's actually on the 21st. So I've lost a week, and we've gone into panic station to try and get it ready to go away. So I'm out here this morning, and I'll just change the view so you can see what where we're up to. All right, so quite a lot's changed. You can see there's a stripe on the Caravan. The sign rider came yesterday and put that on. It's not finished yet. There's another stripe to go along the base of the blue there, but he sort of miscalculated how much he needed, so he's going to come back today and do that. All it is a 24mm black stripe with a 12mm gold inlay over the top, but it looks super cool. And this is the time in the restoration where it really takes shape and it really starts to get quite satisfying. So we did try and put the Panorama logos on that I got, which were originals, and they just disintegrated, so he's making those as well. Sticking mouldings back on, putting the black inlays in them as we go. One tip, which I'll show you, which I learnt from my brother-in-law. I used to put those in with a putty knife, and it's a pain in the ass. And he showed me, which he learned from his brother, that you get one of these, which is the end of a caulking gun, put it in the channel and just drag it along, and it just sets it in there. It's really easy. So yeah. Oh, the other thing I did was something I had a lot of trouble getting, was marker lights. I ended up getting those, which I think are pretty cool. Dave McRobbie at Caravan and Motorhome World again came through. I was going to end up having to put LEDs in because the old ones were absolutely rooted. So luckily he came up with those, and although they're not original, I think they look pretty cool. The Hella ones that we put on the earlier Caravans unfortunately just won't fit. Oh, and Lightweight Vagabond logos have gone on as well. So we're getting close. I'm going to do a real push today. I'm just out here to try and get a couple of hours in before the All Blacks start. And so I'll do that, then watch the ABs, and then come back out, work a bit more, and then hopefully the graphics guy will come along. I won't get it 100% finished today, but I'm going to take the day off work tomorrow and try and get 100% finished, and we've got to get a warrant on it as well, which hopefully shouldn't be an issue. So just got to install all of this moulding infills as well, so you know we're getting there. This is the next part that we have to do. You see the awning rail there? I took part of that off, so I've got to put that on, and that screws in. Oh, focus. And then there's the other one that goes up and along the top here. Again, we're having focus issues. So I've got to put that on. It looks like it was riveted. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and watch the video, but I'll put big rivets in there, make sure it's super strong. And then I'm going to have to seal that to make sure that any water doesn't, get past it and get into the awning when it's up. So I'll do that bit now. Alright, I've just spent the last hour or so tidying up this awning rail. These are a pain, because what you've got to do, that's where the awning rope runs through, is you've got to take all of the old silicone off before you reseal them to put them on. And the guys at the Caravan repair shops, they absolutely slaughter you for this sort of thing. I remember even 10 years ago when I did my Lightweight 2000, they charged me $400 a side then, which is probably what prompted me to start doing some of this stuff myself. So you got to spend the time to make sure that it's as mint as it can be. So that's where all the old silicone was. So sort of a mixture of razor blade, wire brush wheel very carefully just to tidy it up, and then I ran over it with some thinners just to get all the excess off. So that's pretty mint now, and it's only about 10 minutes till the All Blacks kick off, so I'm going to go inside, watch that, and then I'll come outside and spend some time putting this on and sealing it up as best as I can, just to stop any water going into the awning. Okay, All Blacks have just beaten Ireland, which was a incredibly stressful experience, but we're back out here. So this is awning rail which we're going to put on. What we have to do is run some sealer around it before we do that. I'm using a Sikaflex MS. So I'm just going to run a bead along here. I won't bother filming too much of it because it's pretty boring stuff. And then we'll put it up on the Caravan and rivet it. Once it's on, I am going to seal the top and the bottom as well. Right. Okay, as you can see, we've just got all this sealer on now. It's also an adhesive, so it'll help. So we have to carefully lift this thing into place and not move it around too much because all of this stuff will spew out the side and that would be a pain. So we'll set up, you're going to set up a tripod, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that. Alright, awning rail's on and it is strong. I've put, as you can see here, 4.8 mil rivets in it, which are these. And I know they're bigger than what's there because I had to drill the holes out to make them fit. So I'm happy with that. I'm just going to tidy it up a little bit and I'll put the sides on, get all those done, and then we'll run some sealer over the whole thing, and then the roof's finished. Hey guys, it's a few days later from when we last filmed. I've been running around like a headless chook trying to get this caravan ready so we can go away. And I've just finished it after a year and a half. So I'm going to spin it around, the view around, and we'll show you. Here we go, finished product. Excuse the flashing, it's the LED lights in the shed seem to react with this camera for some reason. I wanted to put it outside, but true to form, it started raining as soon as I wanted to do that. So as you can see, it's 100% done now. Logos are on. I've literally finished it 5 minutes ago. Logo on the front, I think I might have showed on the previous video. And the second stripe and the Panorama logos are on. Had a really good sign writer, DJ from Sub Signs. We got an original Panorama logo and we put it on, 43 years old and or 44 years old, and it just absolutely fell apart. So he overnight recreated that from the old one, which I thought was pretty clever. So down the side, around the back, all done. Logos. For once in a year and a half, the inside of it's not full of crap. Other thing. All the mouldings are done. And all the infills are on. Right around the Caravan, which has really tidied it up. And it just got more and more 70s every time we put something on. Awning rail back on and fully sealed all the way through, sealed underneath, sealed on top, sealed on the bottom, so there's no way that's going to leak, and I'm not looking forward to putting that on, by the way. Also inside, temporarily using the old fridges. I'm just out of time to get the new one done. Sandy's cleaned the bench and it's not full of parts. It is all good. So she's all done. And it's now Tuesday afternoon, Friday morning. It's going on the back of the car and we're going to take it to Ha, so we'll film some more there. Alright, finished product. And we are off to the beach to test it out. Panorama hooked up. And the 1500 5-star. We're about to head round the top of the Coromandel and down to Ha Beach. Alright, we made it. We actually got here yesterday. And I forgot to do some recording. That we went all the way up around the top of the Coromandel, probably about 4 hours, and it towed like an absolute dream. Really pleased with it. So here she is, awning Wouldn't say it was easy to put up, but it's mint. I've never even looked in the bag before, to be honest. Here we are, Sandy here. So this awning has all internal poles and poles between the roof runners. Super sturdy. It can actually stand up without poles. Not without poles, without guy ropes. Just go inside. Super comfortable bed. Here comes Darren. If we spin around this way, now we are camped right on the stream. Darren slept in this bed last night, which was super cozy, so all in all, really happy using the old fridge, which is actually really good, believe it or not. Water system, mint, works well. Never really tried it, apart from once in the shed. Just a couple little things to fix on the awning she's done. Alright, so the Panorama is now, as you've seen, 100% finished. I'm having a beer in it. It's now, we're in November. It's the 6th of November 23, and I bought it, I think, around the 25th of January 22. So, you know, just a bit under 2 years, and it's kicked my ass the whole way. There's been many times when I've got, what's the word, disenchanted, or basically just got the shits with it and parked it up for a while. Then gone back onto it again, and I found it difficult to work on, much more difficult than the older ones, but when we started getting towards the end, it started getting quite cool. And then when we took it away, it was awesome. And it's the best Caravan I've ever towed. The thing just sits there. We towed it around the top of the Coromandel, stayed in Hahei, then went back through Waihi, and all those bumpy roads, the thing just never ever moved. So I did ask Sandy at one point whether she thought we could keep 2 Caravans. Could we justify it? Which is ridiculous, of course, and she said it in a not so nice way, as nice as that, but so unfortunately one of them's got to go. And I tell you what, it wasn't a real clear decision between this and the 2000, but the 2000's got all the family memories, so we're keeping that one, and this one's has to go, unfortunately. So I've got to go and pick up the awning roof probably tomorrow, which just had a few repairs, and then she's for sale on Trade Me. So like I say, last one for this Caravan, and then next time will probably be Orange Ruffy, although I do have to build a new trailer for the boat, so we might even record that. Alright guys, see you later.